Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Urban Update. I'm Byron Barnett. On the show today, steering Dorchester youth away from a life of crime in order to earn an associate's degree. And later on in the show, Boston hosts a celebration to commemorate a milestone civil rights law. But up first today, Boston becomes a center for racial harmony and unity as the 5th annual Metro Boston Race Amity Festival takes over the Rose Kennedy Greenway. The family-oriented event includes live music and dance performances, face painting for the children, even a special appearance from Curious George and Friends. The Frederick Douglass Ireland Monument, a nearly 9-foot-tall statue, will also be on display today, as the event's mission is to cultivate race amity, friendship, to advance both equity, both here and abroad. To tell us more about this event is its founder and executive director, Dr. William Smitty Smith. Welcome to Urban Update. Thanks for coming in.
Oh, I'm delighted to be here, and thank you for having me.
And great to have you back again. Smitty, let's start off with just some general information about what folks can expect to see out on the Rose Kennedy Greenway today.
Well, it's going to be a big fun day. I mean, and for kids particularly and adults, there's going to be great music. There are all kinds of food trucks that are down there now. They're down there setting up, waiting for people to come. There's face painting for kids. We've orchestrated it this year so that face painting is free. Last year we saw all these little kids, lined up, and some families with 4 or 5 kids, and $6 a whack for face painting. That can, hit the grocery bill. So it's going to be a wonderful afternoon. We're all excited, and I can't wait to get over there later today.
Tell me why you started this event now and how it's been received over the past 5 years, the celebration of race amity.
Well, as with most things, Byron, it actually started very slowly. We had our first event 5 years ago. Actually, we could have been totally derailed. It rained like crazy. It was one of those New England June Sundays, and it was damp and sort of dreary. Maybe 500 people stretching it came out that first year. But we've grown gradually over the years. This year, we're looking to have about 3,000 people out for the event.
Wow, it sounds like it's going to be a good time this afternoon. Now, one of this year's treats is something new, the Frederick Douglass Ireland Monument that's going to be on display. Can you talk to us about what exactly is this?
It's really a wonderful, wonderful work of art and a wonderful symbolic piece of art to bring people together. It was created in Ireland, and incidentally, we're expecting a huge Irish and Haitian turnout because of this statue.
And there's a picture of it right there. You can see how tall it is. It's 9 foot long. That's Frederick Douglass. Frederick Douglass as a young man.
Correct. He went to Ireland, and most people don't know this. And
I was going to say that. Why is a statue like this coming from Ireland of Frederick Douglass to Boston?
Well, this is one of those hidden friendships. We call it the other tradition. That is, in this country, we all are very aware of the tradition of racism, the racist tradition. But there's also been a parallel moral pushback constantly in our history of cross-racial friendship. We call that the other tradition. Frederick Douglass's relationship with Daniel O'Connell, who was a wonderful human being, the emancipator of Ireland. Actually, he led the emancipation movement in Ireland from the Church of England.
And then Frederick Douglass, of course,
went to Ireland. He went to Ireland to visit.
Born a slave, a self-emancipated slave, became an orator and speaker, an intellectual here in the United States, and went to Ireland.
Yeah, interesting, just quick story is that when Frederick was a kid, he would hear his slave master cursing this Irishman, O'Connell. He had no idea who this guy was, but Frederick wrote that, if my master hated him so, I knew I would like him. So eventually, after he wrote A Slave's Narrative, became very popular. His friends suggested that he go to Ireland because they had an interest in publishing that book in Ireland.
And Dan O'Connell, called the Emancipator of Ireland as well, he was no friend of slavery, was he?
Oh, he was a fierce, fierce abolitionist. I mean, to the extent that he created an international incident. He met because he was the first Irishman to be in the House of Commons, having been the emancipator. He met the American ambassador to England and asked the gentleman, "Do you own slaves?" The ambassador says, "Yeah, I've got about 5,000. And O'Connell said, you're a despicable human being, and I'm not going to shake your hand. The guy challenged him to a duel. Meet me next morning at 6. And O'Connell said, I'm a pacifist, and he was. So, but that's the kind of human being he was.
And again, the statue shipped over here from Ireland, paid for by the Irish government.
Correct.
And there's going to be a couple of events this week at the African Meeting House as well.
Yeah.
Oh, no, excuse me, that was last night.
That was last night, yeah.
But it's going to be on display today on the Greenway for 5 hours.
It's just for 5. Unique opportunity because it's going to start a national tour, literally from the Greenway. It's going to have its public appearance, first time in America, on the Greenway in a few hours, and then it's being packed up on a semi and headed across country to its next stop, which is actually in Colorado.
Okay. Now, I understand switching subjects here a little bit. You're asking folks to sign a petition. Is it a statewide petition? Or
well, no, the
Congress?
state thing is done. In the state legislature, it should pop out. We'd hoped that it had come out for today, but House Bill 2745 to establish Race Amity Day in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, it's winding its way through, and we expect it's going to be fully supported. But at the national level, we have started a movement to create National Race Amity Day, a time to look at cross-racial friendship, cross-racial communities with respect and appreciation.
Now, this was a big week, several activities. What happened this week?
Well, we had a wonderful display of it was actually sort of a private setting at the Federal Reserve Bank for their employees. Huge event. We had the statue there, and then we moved it up to Beacon Hill at the wonderful Museum of African American History, and that was last night actually. People turned out. The consul from Haiti, Brendan Quealy, came out. Brian O'Donovan over at GBH, he was a part of the program, and Don Mullen, my new and wonderful friend, who is actually a part of our film, but he spoke last night.
And once again, today, as we wrap things up here, on the Rose Kennedy Greenway, you're headed over there now, right?
Headed, yeah.
So what do you want folks to know about it?
Well, I want people to come, have fun, meet new people, and see what a community of friendship across racial lines look like. And we'll all have a good time, so come on down.
Okay, William Smitty Smith, Executive Director of the National Center for Race Amity. Thanks for coming in, and good luck with the program today. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun, especially with the Irish American connection with the Frederick Douglass Ireland statue.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. Okay.
All right. We'll see you again next year. Okay. Coming up, getting criminally involved in youth in Dorchester, off the streets and into the classroom, right here on Urban Update. Stay with us. We'll be right back.